We have about 30 seconds left, and I am going to get started. Those of y'all that may be just joining, we have been on now for about 7 minutes. I have just opened up the room to let y'all get in and get started. And we'll be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, welcome to the Secret LinkedIn Strategies to Find Non-Phone Work from Home Jobs webinar. All right, it is time to start, and I don't want to prolong or waste your time. I want to take this time to say welcome. I have hosted many webinars before, but this is the first one for the Non-Phone Work from Home Network, and I'm kind of excited and nervous at the same time. So who am I? Who is Work from Home Jazz? I am someone who helps people get non-phone work from home jobs via job leads and resume templates. I have a large following and a community that grows daily. That is enough about me. Let's move on. Next, I want to start by saying that I only use LinkedIn, Wellfound, and Dice to find jobs. For the record, and for this webinar, I will only be speaking in terms of LinkedIn job searching. I know you already know that, but it just helps to clarify. The only jobs that I provide leads to are data entry, transcription, executive and administrative assistant jobs, claims jobs, and chat and email jobs. That's it. That's my lane, and can't nobody outlane me in my lane. I do that because those are the easiest jobs to get into when looking for non-phone work from home jobs, because a lot of the skills required to get these jobs are soft skills and transferable skills. And plus, you probably already have attained these skills on a regular or previous work from home job. So what will you get out of this webinar? You'll get the exact search terms I use to find a data entry and transcription, executive assistant, claims, and chat and email jobs one by one. These are the jobs that I share every day to my socials, and I advise you to stay to the end because I have a couple of announcements and some really special surprises at the end. With that being said, I will only be giving out LinkedIn search secrets. I cannot reiterate that enough. There won't be any type of resume tips or advising or anything like that. Questions. Now, before we officially begin, I want to say that up until now, I had our website at the bottom right-hand corner, but now my admins have replaced it with our email for the rest of the webinar. This is where you can send your questions, remarks, or anything like that. For the sake of time, I won't answer the questions on this webinar because I cherish your time and I want you to come back because this is going to be a monthly thing. Okay, so now that all the housekeeping is out of the way, let's do this. When searching on LinkedIn, I use a 3-part process that I keep in the back of my mind. The way that I search for jobs is that I search based off the top and most common skills needed for the job, the software needed to perform the job, and the detailed job title. All 3 of these categories or parts build off one another. The more you search by these terms that I'm going to provide in this criteria, the more LinkedIn will show more jobs relevant to these terms and criteria. And then you can keep a running ledger of terms just as I do. I started out with the same list that I'm sharing with you today back in November, and now it has amassed to over 300 search terms. I will not be going into detail with these terms because only you can experience your job search in the way that you need to experience. My job is just to provide the terms and ignite your search. Here's my handy dandy table. It will be with us for the rest of the webinar, and it has 4 categories. We will start with data entry, transcription, executive assisting, claims, and chat and email jobs. You can take notes, screenshot the slides, screen record, whatever you feel comfortable doing, but my team will send the completed table within 24 hours of the webinar in a separate email. So the first job title under data entry and transcription is remote Salesforce. Salesforce is a CRM, and so this is what a lot of companies use. The next one is AI Scorer, and you can put remote in front of all these jobs. As a matter of fact, if I don't put remote, please put remote in front of it when searching for the jobs. But you have an AI Scorer. Next, you have an AI Annotator. Both of these jobs are on the rise with non-phone jobs, and companies are looking for people to train the simulated AIs. The next one is remote Excel. Anybody that's in data entry will tell you that 9 times out of 10, you're going to be using Excel if the company does not have another dedicated software. And the next one is remote cash applications. Now, a lot of times when I post the remote cash applications positions, y'all really like those jobs. So I just went ahead on and showed y'all where I got those positions from, the terms I got those positions from. Next, under executive assistant, you have the remote facilitator, you have the remote C-level assistant, the remote executive assistant, the remote administrative records, and the remote ad hoc. So ad hoc is pretty much it's kind of like a term for as needed, as we see fit. This is what you're going to do. And a lot of times those positions are administrative. Remote administrative records kind of dibble and dabbles between medical and then business operations. Remote executive assistant is a good one. Now, I usually don't use the exact term of the category, but this search term does yield a lot of good 6-figure positions. Next, we have remote C-level assistant, which is the type of executives that you are helping when being an executive assistant. And next but not least is a remote facilitator. Now, I did say that this category was virtual assistant and executive assistant, but I want to focus more on the executive assistant because I always tell y'all on TikTok Live that executive assistants, the difference between the executive assistant and the administrative assistant is the pay and who they assist. Executive assistants assist executives, and this is a 6-figure position, and administrative assistants assist the business operations and the administrative side, and those are usually your hourly positions ranging anywhere from 10 to 18 to, on the rare side, $30 to $40 per hour. Let's move along. Next, we have claims, which is remote reconciliation. And sometimes reconciliation can fall underneath data entry, but most times it's under the claims positions. You have remote case glide, which is a software that some claims companies use. Next, you have remote MedPay, which is another software. Remote Encore, which is another software. And remote risk or risk adjustment. Now, risk and risk adjustment is more so on the higher level, upper level side of jobs. So if you don't have experience in claims, then when you use remote risk or remote risk adjustment, I would toggle the entry level filter for this. Next, for chat and email, I use Remote HubSpot, which is a company that is a CRM platform, but HubSpot hires as well for chat jobs. So you could Google HubSpot work from home careers and it will come up and show you if they have any openings. You do have Remote Intercom, which is a software, and sometimes Intercom is hiring for chat representatives as well. So when you search remote intercom, you can do remote intercom or do remote intercom software. Either of the two works. You have remote CRM, which is the platform that most companies manage their clients and customers. And when you search remote CRM, you can do remote CRM or remote CRM management. You also have remote SaaS, which is service as a which is software as a service. And software as a service is more so your tech companies. And these are a lot of the companies that are startups. And you may need to put an entry level filter on this That is the remote risk and risk adjustment and remote SaaS or remote SaaS and support are the only times that I use entry level filters. I actually despise of the entry level filter, except for on the more upper level management. I'm sorry, not management, upper level jobs. And last but not least, you have remote moderation or community management moderator. Now, these jobs are also very important and very easy to get into because remote moderation is normally like moderating children's spaces online, Discords, Slacks, and things of that nature. Just anywhere online where the community is gathered, you're just making sure that they offer and that they operate in the guidelines of the company. So now I have given you my beginner list of non-phone work from home search terms, and I'm going to give you a few seconds to screenshot or take notes if you want to. Y'all may have my children in the background, but you know my children are always here. So I hope that you have had enough time to take a screenshot or do whatever you need to do. Let's move along. So what's next? As promised, I have a few announcements. As of this past Monday, we are officially certified to teach a PTCB recognized pharmacy tech program. Currently, we have a wait list for our 8-week program, which is a self-paced program at $75 per week. But since you attended this webinar, we're offering you a massive discount of $50 per week. You would like to get on the wait list that closes within a few days, simply email us at the email in the bottom right corner, and we will see to it that you get the information once we roll it out. This is a limited time-sensitive offer, and once we close the doors for the discount, you will have to pay the regular price. Our second announcement is that soon you will be able to chat one-on-one with me via guided consultation on Instagram. I feel like since you all see me on the screen, since my following has gotten bigger, that we don't spend as much time together like we first did. A lot of my OGs, my non-phone work from home OGs, was used to seeing me, being able to talk to me just about 3-4 times a day on live. So I just wanted to open that back up to, integrate a more personal feel with us and things of that nature. And so, along with this consultation, you will walk away with a free general resume template, direction on which category of the 4 job industries we discussed today, be it chat, data entry and transcription, claims, and executive assistant. I actually ask you questions to see which job industry is best for you instead of you just simply going. Finding a job, finding a career is a skill. You have to know a lot about yourself, and you have to know a lot about the industry to which you are going into. If you're just throwing resumes out, if you're just throwing things of that nature just out, it's no good for you. It's no good at all. And so I want to open up the door to be a little bit more personal. It's not going to be personal on a level as far as like family, friends, buddy, but just to help guide you and coach you. And it's going to go down in the DMs, simply put. So I have a tentative rollout date. Let me look and see. I have my notes from my assistant. I have a tentative rollout date on the 28th of August, but I advise you to turn on your notifications on our TikTok so you can be one of the first to know when we do so. And also, TikTok has allowed me to connect my Instagram. So if you want to go ahead and follow us on Instagram, you'll be able to do that as well. So that is all for announcements. Let's keep going. I promise this is the last thing, and then I will send you on your way. Last but definitely not least, if that is not for you, if the pharmacy tech program is not for you, and you are waiting for the ability to be able to consult with me on Instagram, then I have one last thing for you. Given that I have given you the terms you need to start your search journey, you may be thinking to yourself, now, Jazz, I know I want these jobs, but I don't have a resume. My resume is not up to par for these roles. Y'all do know on the website, the Phone Work from Home Network, we do have 2 live examples that you can use on your resume if you don't have experience working from home. But I got you. I have another big discount for you as well. I'm offering our new employment challenge to you for only $7. The regular price of this is $19.99, but since you spent time with me today, I'm feeling generous. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did roll this out to a few people to get them to test it out to see how it was before I offered it to you all today. And they told me, Jasmine, it was so easy being able to just read through the information. It was so easy to just pace myself and have the direct places to go and the resume templates that I could use and plug in my personal information and just simply plug in just my name, my address, my email, and where I went to school at, and show this to the employers as this is what I did. You know, we don't condone lying on a resume, but sometimes you don't know what you don't know. You don't know that if you typed in a client's order or a customer's order while working at Burger King, that was data entry. Or you don't know that taking inventory in the back room at the bowling alley was an administrative task. So we just help you to show your strengths in a more professional way. So with this challenge, what it does is that it drips information to you and shows you exactly where to go. It gives you homework to go search on LinkedIn with certain terms in that industry as well. It gives you 5 resume templates along with that follows through with all 4 categories we discussed today, and a bonus template that works for any work from home job. This is a complete steal. When I told my beta testers that and my team that I was gonna roll this out for $7, I literally had to threaten my team not to go back behind my back and change the price, y'all. And the best way to get this is to either wait for our follow-up email or go to the link down in the comments and go get it, y'all. These are special links that are only available during the duration of this webinar and for 24 hours after you receive our follow-up email. So I'm going to give you a few seconds, more like 1 or 2 minutes, to snag it before me and the special links are gone. So I'm going to pause. I think I should turn on some Jeopardy music. I think that would be fun. Y'all want me to do that? I can do that. And give you a chance to go. Well, not right now. That was sad. Y'all, these webinars have me just all over the place. I should have had it on standby. And give you a few seconds. There it is. All right, y'all. My kids was jamming in the background, and if y'all know my 2-year-old.